come in, before school starts, you'll notice that those black gates are open. That means you can just come through the front doors there. After school starts, those gates will be closed and people can't get in. You'll still be able to exit out if you need to. But anybody who comes to school late, or if your parents come to pick you up, they'll actually come through this little door right over here. And that area out there is going to be kind of like what you guys have at HMS, kind of that little secure area by the office. Right here behind this wall is the attendance office. So if you've been absent, that's where you'll turn in your paperwork. They also have a sliding glass window out here off at the cafeteria. So you don't even have to come into the main office to get to attendance. You're going to go through this doorway and down this long hallway, lots of offices. Your registrar, your principal, both counselors, the school nurse, our SRO, everybody's going to be down that hallway. So you can kind of see those offices. Mr. Clark was down there at the end, and he's going to talk to you guys about CTE. So if you want to walk that direction.
I'm the Career and Technical Education Coordinator for Hutto ISD. I like to say that's all the fun electives at the high school level that are not a fine arts, not a language, not an athletics type of event. So does anybody have an idea of what kind of courses I'm talking about? Who signed up for some kind of cool elective? Probably titled Principles of Ag. Principles of Ag. Principles of Hospitality. Yep. Business. Very good. Y'all are a very knowledgeable group. So in CTE, at the 9th grade level, we start with our foundational courses. All those courses start with principles of something else. Except for computer science, they had to be the different one. That one is fundamentals of computer science. So on this hall, we're going to have several of those principles courses. Then we have some of them upstairs as well. So for example, that classroom is going to be principles of hospitality. I heard somebody mention that. That leads into our culinary arts program at the high school, which is a really neat program. They get to cook a lot and feed faculty and do some cool catering events. Also in that room is going to be principles of human services. Anybody been an FCCLA member this year? Principles of education and training. Anybody going to be want to be a coach or a teacher? There's usually somebody. Come on, it's a fun job. And then down here also we're going to have principles of ag. Somebody said that. That's where our FFA program's housed. If y'all notice driving up, we've got a new barn being built. And if you've ever seen those, or know those kids that show the goats and the pigs at the county show, they'll be able to raise those right next door at our new barn. So we're going to have principles of applied engineering on this floor also, which is anybody in robotics? That's where that kind of naturally goes there. They do a lot of cool, fun, hands-on activities. Anybody sign up for principles of health science? Great, that's upstairs. When you get to the end of that program, we've got kids that graduate as EMTs, as medical assistants, as pharmacy techs. Anybody sign up for principles of criminal justice? All right, yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So, there's two big pieces of advice that I've been giving all the groups that I like to give 9th graders. One is get your 9th grade year right. Okay?
Don't fail your classes.
Yeah, and that's a lot of different things go into that. Don't fail your classes. Go ahead and pick up your fine arts, your foreign language electives, those type of things. How many core classes do you have to take?
3, 4.
Every year you have to take 4, right?
Yeah.
How many electives does that give you?
2. 1.
4, okay? So if you get your freshman year right, your sophomore year, how many electives do you get? 4, right? Let's go back to your freshman year. Say you fail English 1. How many electives or how many core classes do you have to take your sophomore year? 5. How many electives do you now get?
3.
Say your freshman year you fail English and math. How many core classes do you have to take? 6. How many electives do you get?
3.
2. So your funness, guys, really starts decreasing if you don't get your freshman year right. Your high school experience is a lot better if you get your freshman year right. Get your freshman year right, high school is a blast. Second big piece of advice I give you, guys, we have something for everybody to fall in love with. Find your home, fall in love with it, and become involved in it. Okay, in CTE, we've got all these organizations that compete, that build camaraderie, and have a really big family atmosphere. FFA, HOSA, FCCLA, TSA, robotics. Find something you love, fall in love with it. If it's not one of my programs, there's athletics, there's fine arts, there's all those things. If you find somewhere you like to be and that you're happy with, that makes high school a lot better and a lot more fun also. So again, Get your freshman year right. Find something to fall in love with in school. I guarantee you we have something. If you're not finding something, you're not looking hard enough, and come talk to somebody and we'll point you in the right direction, okay? So I'm gonna let y'all look around. We're gonna stay on this first floor before the fire doors. So here we've got some special ed rooms. Notice there's a staircase that goes up to some of the classrooms like you've seen already. We've got another staircase down here, restroom.
Yeah, what do you think about y'all's facility? Awesome? Awesome. Let me introduce myself. I'm Mrs. Martin, and that's Miss Blaylock. She is from, we're both from the Child Nutrition Office. This is Alyssa Rivera. Ms. Rivera is from the high school. That's over at the main high school. She's going to be your manager next year, okay? So she already knows what's happening and what's going on at the high school, okay? So what we're going to do is we're going to, this morning, just show y'all just a quick little thing about what goes on out here. And then we're going to take you to the back. We can't go way into the back because they're still doing some work and construction. But we'll go take you in for a sneak peek of the actual kitchen. Then we're going to come back out here and assemble y'all and take any questions you may have, okay? Sound good? Good. So the first thing we're going to talk about is the food. Right now at the high school, this year, yes, COVID affected us, but we were doing made-to-order deli sandwiches, made-to-order taco bowls, made-to-order the Asian Chinese bowls with the chopsticks, where we could do either lo mein or fried rice with 2 different entrees on it. So we're still doing that. We're still doing that. We did have to stop the made-to-order deli sandwiches, and we just offer them grab-and-go, different type of deli sandwiches on homemade buns. Right now, let's just take a look. We'll show you a better look in a minute. But behind me, that's going to be your pizza pasta area. We do that right now. We do 3 choices of pizza every day, and we do a pasta choice every day. Sometimes macaroni and cheese, some other pasta dishes, but every day we do that. So that we're going to continue that here. In this other area, right here around this side, that's going to be our hot and cold sandwiches. So we'll probably do the hot burgers and fries every day, and a hot specialty sandwich every day, like the spicy chicken or something of that nature. Sometimes we do hot dog or corn dog. And then we'll do probably do the grab-and-go deli sandwiches at a few places. Over there, we're going to start with the Fiesta Line, which is your Mexican food entrees. And we'll switch that out. Sometimes if we don't open this line up right away, we'll probably alternate the chopsticks. That's to build your own Asian bowl, okay? Where we do the lo mein or the fried rice. The cashiers, we don't have the equipment put in, but this will be where our cashiers, 2 cashiers here and 1 cashier here. Over there where Julie and Alyssa are standing. Now one more last thing for me to tell you before I turn it over to Julie is right now, y'all are standing in phase 1. What is phase 1? This is our cafeteria right now, kitchen. Phase 2, which will come later, y'all might even be seniors or graduate. Right where you're standing, eventually, they're gonna build another area as the enrollment and as they add grades. Right here is gonna be phase 2, where we'll add either a snack bar or a build your own deli type sandwich bar, okay? I'm going to turn it over to Julie, and she's going to talk a little bit about breakfast, lunch serving time.
We were told that it's going to be the same as what's at the current high school. You'll have 3 lunch periods, and they're about 45 minutes apiece. And it's according to your school schedule as to which lunch period that you have. Next is, I'll just tell you a little bit, we have like these coolers here, those will be for grab and go, like grab and go salads, grab and go sandwiches, that type of items there in those coolers. These coolers here will be for drinks, that'll be your milk and your juice, and then in high school you're allowed, we're governed by Texas Department of Agriculture, and they tell us what we can and cannot sell, and how many calories, fat, sugar, salt is in your food. So one of the things is they restrict us on what drinks we can sell, but we are allowed in high school to sell the diet sodas, we still can sell the fizzy drinks, we can do Annie's ice cream, soft serve yogurt, and a few more a la carte items like the mini pizzas, what are those, the tornadoes and hot pockets. So those kind of items we can sell also. Lunch prices, okay. So currently breakfast is free in the whole district, and depending on the administration and the board's decision, we anticipate breakfast to be free again next year, and we'll wait and see what is decided over the summer. And middle school prices, $2.80, I believe, for lunch, is the same at high school, so it's $2.80. Now, if those prices change over the summer per board approval, then you'll be notified of that. But the lunch prices are about.
We have a cold prep, the veggies. We have fruits and vegetables. We'll have your hot meats and your rices and your pastas. Behind you, we have 6 ovens and 4 steamers. We have a lot of scratch cooking. You're gonna have pork carnitas twice a week. That is cooked from raw steak into pork roast, and that's the #1 seller. You can ask this little lady right here, the manager. We serve a lot of salsa meals. Now in the far back is the walk-in freezer cooler, employee area, and locker room, and so we're not going to go back there in that area. But if you'll, I'm going to show y'all one more little thing, just so you can see what's going on in our world. When the people prepare food, they put it in those pass-throughs right there. And why is it called a pass-through? They put the hot and cold foods there because the ladies serving on the other side, there's another door on that side. They just open it up and pull the food. That way they're not having to go around and go around each time. Okay? So pretty cool area back here. This is great. We're going to go ahead and go to the pizza area, and I'm going to tell you a little bit about the pizza. It is at the high school. We have an impinger, but this one has 3 layers, right? At the current high school is a one-man show. It's it's 2, double. But what we do is the pizza, currently even right now at the high school, that pizza is, the dough is rolled out, topped over there. They're cooked. Those pizzas are cooked all day long. They're not cooked all in the morning, and that's what we currently do at the high school. So then we'll do the pizzas. Y'all will see those pizzas go straight from here to the line. Okay?
Now there's a lot of extra stuff in here because as they finish, they'll move the furniture. But this is our cafeteria. This is also flexible furniture, which you're going to hear a lot about today. That means that we get to do a lot of cool stuff in here. If we have after-school meetings or parent meetings, this will be a good place where we can do that. Do we have any students who signed up for ROTC next year? All right, the ROTC room is this room right here in the corner. So before we go up the stairs, if you want to take a peek, you can kind of see that. But the furniture also allows ROTC to use part of the cafeteria as well. If you guys want to come with me, we're going to go up this staircase.
Art, what I taught, that's all I encompass, okay? So right here, you will see this is our black box theater. You can see right here that this is a roll-top garage door that actually comes down, and we can have completely blacked out theater performances in here. We'll have seating, and we'll be able to do different configurations to do different types of shows. This space will also be used for our dance room. You'll notice that we have a wall of mirrors over here. We're also getting ballet bars, and we will have some flooring installed here for safety reasons. So if we're gonna come this way, I'm gonna show you where the tech theater class is gonna be. Tech theater classroom where you will help build all the sets and do prop designs and things like that. You'll notice that we have a bunch of outlets that come down from the ceiling, which is really accessible for your tools. We have a cage to lock up everything for all the other stuff that we do. You'll also notice that there's the dressing room in here. That is both for theater to do performances and when we have costume changes, and it's also going to be the dressing room for the dance girl. We're going to go out these doors again. We're going to go across where we just were to the media center.
collaborative work on some projects, come and hang out and work in the mornings if you need to. We also have a CTE computer lab over here, so if you signed up for principles of engineering or digital graphics, your classroom might be over here. There's also a workroom for teachers and a library office, and if you notice straight up here, this is a 3rd floor. So I believe you said this was a PLC room for your teachers to collaborate and plan, but there's also a 5th neighborhood up there, so you might have classes on the 5th floor. So, or 5th floor, 3rd floor, 5th. All right, so we're going to go this way into our neighborhood.
Is it okay if can you guys hear me? Open, really exciting. I'm very open. Keep walking, gonna give you guys a little classroom today, right?
Neighborhoods, the great thing about the neighborhoods is that it allows you to have all of your core classes in one space. So your math, science, language arts, social studies classes are all going to be together, and your teachers are going to be able to kind of provide this wraparound service for you. Rather than just being your math teacher or just being your language arts teacher, they're going to be able to collaborate and know you guys as a whole student. And then you'll spend the majority of your time right in this neighborhood. Okay, kind of similar to what you guys did in elementary. You had like your teachers that they all worked with you.
I cited those 5 neighborhoods. And the only difference between this neighborhood and any of the other neighborhoods is that you will have an art room at the end of this space instead of a science lab.
And also at the bottom of the stairs, you might notice there's a bunch of furniture down here. This is the furniture that will be coming up into these classrooms. Be careful. There is one elevator. All right, be careful on the stairs. Remember, this is still a construction zone. Watch your step.
Yeah, we'll hold it.
What's up?
Morning, everybody. Cool. My name is Mr. Gist. I am the high school band director on the 10 through 12 campus. I'm also going to be over here as well. I want to welcome you to the band hall. It's really cool, the fact that you guys get to be a part of the 9th grade center, the brand new building. This is the band hall. This is also the choir room. So let me tell you really quickly about what this is. The band is going to be set up right here. Is anybody in the band in here? Okay, nobody in this group? All right, that's fine. And this is part of the choir room. That's okay, because there's some really cool stuff in here that I'm going to teach you about that has to do with mechanical engineering and acoustics and things like that. So this is where the choir room is going to be set up. This is a practice room. I'll get to that in just a second. But let me go ahead and tell you about the room. I want you to go ahead and look up for just a minute. This is a big room, right? This is a 20-foot high ceiling. And so if you're listening to me right now, and I'll actually show you that in just a little bit when we go into another room, my voice is not really echoing. And the reason it's not echoing in this big of a room is because of these sound panels right here, and also the ones in the ceiling above you and the ones on the wall. Let me talk to you about the ones above you, because those are really cool. Those are called deflectors. And I want you to look at them. They're all the same shape, but they're turned different angles. And the reason they're turned different angles is so that when you talk or you play an instrument, it creates sound waves. So the things coming out of my voice right now that you're hearing, that's all part of a sound wave. Sound wave travels basically one direction. It spreads out a little bit, but it travels one direction. And as it starts to hitting things, then it starts spreading out. Well, these things are called deflectors, and what happens is the voice or the instrument sound waves go up. They hit those different angles, and when they hit those different angles, they crash into each other. And then once they crash into each other, they stop moving. And because they've stopped moving, you don't hear the sound anymore. So for instance, if you are in the gym and you're by yourself and you're standing on one side of the room and you go, hey, then you're actually going to hear it come back at you. And in just a minute, I'm going to show you that, because we're going to go into that little bitty room over there and it's going to echo. And so I'll show you what that's going to sound like. But my voice gets soaked up by these sound panels, and that's all part of mechanical engineering. I'm going to let some of you, if you want to, you can go in there and you can close the door, and I'm going to let you scream so that the people out here can hear it. Anybody want to go in there and scream? Yeah, go ahead and go. Go ahead and close the door really well. The lights, see? So it greatly deadens sound. Now, if you look at that door, there's some more mechanical engineering that goes into that. The glass in it is really thick to keep the sound from traveling through. Also, look at the doors. It's very thick and it's very heavy. That door, I'm going to guesstimate, weighs about 500 to 600 pounds. And the reason it weighs that much is so that on the inside of the edge of it, there's actually a magnetic strip, a very heavy magnetic strip that seals the door. And so the heaviness of the door keeps the sound from coming out. So we could actually send either vocal people in, piano, or instrument people. They'll go in and they'll practice while we can still have class, and it won't bother us. So as you guys heard, they were kind of screaming, because when you scream, it's really loud.
You'll be seeing a lot of me, okay? And we're really, really excited for you to be able to open up this new facility, all right? I want to start by this because I think this is very, very important for you to understand. This is a building. You are the culture. Y'all follow me on that? This is a building, but you are the culture. It's a beautiful building, okay? And you'll just kind of see it from afar today. You'll get to experience it, be the first class to do that, and we're excited for that. But all of this stuff is built for you. And I want you to understand that we are really excited for you to be able to be that first class here, okay? Show of hands, how many of you participated in middle school athletics or any extracurriculars? Band, dance, all that stuff. Good number. How many of you are thinking about doing it in high school? Keep your hands up. Good. So, here's the deal. You need to get involved. We have to have people to make this thing work. Okay, it takes me and it takes you. Does everybody understand that? Okay? I don't care how good you are. I don't care how bad you are. I don't care where you stand. I want you to be involved. We will teach you, okay? But above winning and losing, and above us being successful on the playing surface, athletics will teach you about life, okay? I would not be the man I am without athletics. I wouldn't, without my coaches, without the things that I've learned and learned even as a coach, so I can push on to you people as young people growing up, okay? I've only been at Hutto for 1 year, Came from Cibolo Steele High School in the San Antonio area. Very successful in a lot of areas. Very successful. You know what I've noticed here at Hutto this last year? Y'all ready for this? I'm gonna speak some truth a little bit. Can I do that? Here's what I've noticed, okay? You're afraid of one of two things. You are afraid of either failure or you're afraid of success. And some of you may be sitting there, no, I'm not. I don't fall in one of those two areas. Well, where would you fall if you didn't follow in one of those two areas? Nowhere. There's the answer. Well, how do you fall nowhere? You can't. They've heard this before. It's impossible to fall nowhere. You agree with that? Everybody falls somewhere. So you're all going to fall somewhere. If you walk around this beautiful facility and you found every crack that was there and maybe messed up, because that happens in construction, these guys behind me and in front of you and other people that are working on this project would fill that crack with something. Cement, wood, caulk, something along those lines, right? Everybody falls somewhere. We want you to shine. Y'all met Dr. Whitfield? She's awesome. She's a lot of energy. Have y'all heard what her motto is for this school? Shine at the 9. We want you to shine, right? You have to get involved. I'm not sitting here telling you that athletics is for everybody. Please understand that. But I want you involved in some capacity because you are the culture. You're the ones that are going to make this thing click and work and do what it's supposed to do. Not us, you. We're going to just guide you along. Does that make sense to everybody?
Diego.